Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is February 21st, 2025. So, the big news story today is that Voletta Wallace, Biggie Smalls' mother, passed away at the age of 72. They're saying that she died from natural causes. Um, According to TMZ, they found her dead at her Pennsylvania. I think she lived in Pennsylvania, but she was in hospice care for a while, and I guess today was her final day of being at hospice care. She was pronounced dead early this morning. There's a few things that stand out about her demise coming today on February 21st, because today is the 30th year anniversary since this song came out by Biggie Smalls called "Who Shot Ya." I think this song was, it wasn't supposed to be a diss record, but I think according to what I read on Wikipedia, the song was promoted as a diss record after Tupac was shot later that year in November. But if you notice here, the song came out before Tupac was shot. It was released on February 21st, 1995. And of course, today marks the 30th anniversary since this record came out, which happens to be also the death date of Biggie Smalls' mom, Voletta Wallace. What I found interesting about this song and her dying on the anniversary of this record is that I haven't found more information on this, but I read that along with Faith Evans, who's the mother of Biggie Smalls' son, they both filed a lawsuit against the LAPD back in 2002 in connection to this record, "Who Shot Ya." And I guess Voletta Wallace died not knowing supposedly who really shot her son, Biggie Smalls, on March 9th, 1997. Of course, if you've been in this community for a while, you guys all should know already what truly happened to both Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur. But supposedly she didn't know. But it says here that the case was actually dismissed back in 2010. But what I would like to research more about this. I want to know why she connected the shooting to the song. I mean, I wish I would find another article on this, because I would like to know what was her reason to connect her son's death to the song "Who Shot Ya." But of course, she died at the age of 72, and we know that's a big number with the Jesuit order. The same people behind her son's death are the same people behind her demise. Notice in the language of Gematria, Jesuit order equals 54 and 72. Think about who just died at the age of 54, the famous music producer Irv Gotti, dead at 54 in connection to Ashanti and Ja Rule's debut album. Big number 54, right? And then in reverse, Jesuit order equals 72. And of course, Voletta Wallace, that's how old she was when she passed away. Down here it says she died at 78. That's actually not true. Because if you look up her date of birth, she just turned, she was born in 53. So she wasn't 78. I don't know why some articles are reporting that she was 78. But she was 72, as you can see here. Just like how her son was born in the year 72. But I wish I would find a bit more information on why she wanted to sue the LAPD in connection to "Who Shot Ya." For her just to die on the anniversary of that record, it's just very surprising. But yeah, these numbers, they come along often around celebrity deaths. 54, 72. These numbers are not arbitrary as well. 144 and 50 and 153. These numbers are huge. Biggie Smalls, his debut album was called "Ready to Die." Notice it equals 52, right? Today's the 52nd day of the year. His mother's dead on the 52nd day of the year. Tupac died on the 2-year anniversary of this album coming out. If you guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna break down the deaths of the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. I've done this before already. But I'm just gonna show you guys how there is no reason for Voletta Wallace not to know who killed her son, because this information has been out for years. maybe they don't know. There's a possibility these people are just walking around not knowing who really shot their children. But these people who are in the industry, especially when they're being sacrificed at this age, it's hard for me to believe that these people that they went through life not knowing what truly happened to their family. That being Voletta Wallace, her daughter as well. Biggie Smalls' death was synced up with his daughter. Faith, I think she wasn't Faith Evans' kid, but I think she was related to the Biggie Smalls' first baby mother. But let's see what I have written up on Biggie Smalls. We know he died at the age of 24, right? Reflection of 42, the number stamped on black people throughout history. His mother died during Black History Month. But yeah, like 3 years ago, I put out a blog post on the death of the notorious B.I.G. I think I did this on the 25th anniversary of his demise. Coincidentally, his mother died at the age of, the year 25. He died in 97. We know 97 is the 25th prime. Death is 25 and 97. Let me show you. Death in Gematria. 97 in reverse. 25 when you include the rules of numerology. Biggie Smalls died in the year 97. His mother died in the year 25, when 97 is the 25th prime number. But what stands out about Biggie Smalls is that right away is just this 39 number. Remember, he died on March 9th, which is the 68th day of the year. Today's the day with 68 numerology. That was a big number during his career because he put out the song Juicy, which equals 68. And that number connects to Tupac as well. But let me see if I can find the photo. If you guys remember that song Juicy, he was rapping out of a prison cell. Here it is. He was rapping out of a prison cell, and if you notice, none of the other prison cells have a number on it, right? This should be 67 because he was rapping out of jail cell 68. But he was the only one with a number on his prison cell. And this was in the music video, Juicy, right? Juicy equals 68. And then he ends up dying on March 9th, the 68th day of the year. And the reason this number is important, not only because Tupac's name equals 68, but because that number has a lot to do with the towers, September 11th. The towers that came down on September 11th, 2001. Because remember, the construction for the towers, it started in the year 1968. The same year that George Bush the year that George Bush went to Yale University. And remember, the towers came down 68 days after George Bush's birthday. And then, of course, the towers were notorious for being big. And I know maybe some of you who are new to the work might think that that's just a reach, but it's not, because if you are familiar with this guy's rap career, he took a lot of photographs in front of the towers. Biggie Smalls. He took a lot of photographs in front of the Twin Towers. That was just like his thing. And so did Jay-Z, and we'll talk about that because Jay-Z put out his Blueprint album on the same day that the towers came down, the CEO of Rockefeller Records. But notice this photograph right here. These are iconic photos. Biggie Smalls standing in front of the towers. And that's because his whole career was scripted around the demise of the Twin Towers. From his debut song, where he said that he wants to blow up and get paid he wants to get paid and blow up like the World Trade. He said that in the song Juicy, by the way. The same song that he was rapping out of the prison cell with the number 68 on it. Just to end up dying on the 68th day of the year. But he has all these iconic all these iconic photographs in front of the Twin Towers. Here he is in the cover of the Swords magazine. The notorious B.I.G., the King of New York, takes over. And ask yourself, for what reason did they put the Twin Towers in the cover of this photo? For what? Why? It made no sense. They didn't put no other building, just the Twin Towers. Well, they put a few other buildings, but they just happened to have the Twin Towers in the cover of this photo, of this magazine. They did the same thing with Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of infamous photos in front of the Twin Towers. Here he is, another one. And another one. And then he puts out the Blueprint on 9/11/2001. And I think the reason they did all this stuff is because their careers were programming us for what was going to happen on 9/11. Biggie Smalls has a song called "Warning," right? And in the first thing he says in that song is, who the hell is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning?" Now, if you know anything about that music video was shot. It was shot in New York, but it was supposed to be the scenery is supposed to be California. And the person that called them in that video was Puff Daddy, who was in Manhattan. He was driving through Manhattan at 5:46. And if you know about that number is infamous because when the towers came down, the first plane hit the tower at 8:46 a.m., which means it was 5:46 in California. So when Puffy was warning Biggie, he was warning Biggie at 8:46 New York time, and it was 5:46 California time. The song is called "Warning," telling us what's going to happen on 9/11/2001 at 8:46 a.m. And then, of course, in Juicy, he talks about how he wants to get paid and blow up like the World Trade. So he had a number of references to 9/11 during his rap career, all in connection to the number 68, right? Remember, and then if you guys noticed, the Notorious B.I.G., his name is also 68 in the keypad cipher, something that I don't really use that much, but it is a relevant cipher. Notice Notorious B.I.G. equals 68. And again, he died on the 68th day of the year back in 1997. And now today, his mother's dead on the 68th day numerology. And again, that's a big number because notice all these terms equal 68: Catholicism, mathematics, Barack Obama, the word terror, CIA. That is a huge number. And that was also a huge year as well. The construction began that year. Bush graduated from Yale Skull and Bones. And yeah, all these things right here. I think I have a list on my blog. From the construction beginning, from George Bush graduated from Yale University, and then of course the towers came down on 68 days after on the 68th day of his age actually. Or it could have been. It was possibly 68 days after his birthday. I have to revisit this. I don't think it was the 68th day of the year, the 68th day of his age. I think it was 68 days after his birthday. And yeah, because we all know the Jets won their only Super Bowl in that 68 season. But he died in the year 97, Biggie Smalls, right? Known as Notorious, Carter, and Rockefeller Records all equal 97. Jay-Z became the biggest rapper out of New York City after the death of Biggie Smalls. In tribute to Rockefeller, John Rockefeller, who died at the age of 97, the man behind the Twin Towers project. And notice this, right? So, what was it? From the release of Juicy, okay. This is what I mean. So the song Juicy, it says here that it released on August 9th, 1994. From the release of this song, where he talks about how he wants to get paid and blow up like the World Trade. Again, he was rapping out of prison cell in 1968. From the release of this record to the towers coming down on September 11, 2001, it was exactly 370 weeks. And notice John Davidson Rockefeller Sr. equals 370. The person probably who Jay-Z named his record company after, Rockefeller Records. And the name Juicy. The whole 9/11 thing was a big oil scam, right? Juice, oil. The Rockefeller known for having a big influence in the oil companies throughout history. Look it up, you'll see it. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. The song "Warning" it came out on September 13th. That's funny, because that was the day that Tupac was murdered. Yeah, actually, yeah, because this song came out on the Ready to Die album. Yeah, so Tupac died 2 years after the death after the anniversary of the Ready to Die. Ready to Die, then Tupac dies. But yeah, these are the opening lyrics. Who the fuck is this? Page me at 5:46 in the morning. That's because he's in California. It was 8:46 in New York City. And then speaking of Rockefeller, Nelson Rockefeller died on January 26th. And 126 has a connection to the number 68. The divisors of 68 equals 126. So there's a mathematical connection with The Rockefellers, Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, all of them. They all have this connection to the 68 number. So there's no coincidence that his mother's dead on the 68th day in numerology. But oh, did I mention that there was other rappers as well that put out their albums on that date as well. The rapper Ghetto Fabulous, he put out his album September 11th. Also another Brooklyn rapper, and he happens to put out his album 68 days before his birthday. He was born November 18th. So two Brooklyn rappers put out their albums. And notice Sean Carter's 68 as well. So they all have this 68 connection. From Biggie, Tupac, Sean Carter, the Towers, all of it connected. Yeah, so again, big 97. The big number with the death of Biggie is 39, 97, of course. That in the year 97 on 3/9. Notice Biggie, Masonry, New York, they all equal 39. The reason I put up Diamond here is because the album Life After Death went Diamond after his death, and noted Diamond has the same gematria as Biggie. The album came out 16 days after his death, and notice when you write out the number 16, it equals 39 and 33 as well. But I remember what I was saying about these numbers, right? 144 and 54, big number with the Jesuit order. Biggie put out Life After Death on the day with 144 and 54 numerology. And now his mother's dead at the age of 72, another number significant to the Jesuit order. And the thing is, they both died in drive-by shootings, right? Biggie and Pac. The thing about drive-by shooting, that phrase, it has a value of 213. We know about Tupac's album coming out on 213, right? All Eyes on Me. And him dying 213 days after the album released in the drive-by shooting, when drive-by shooting and death equals 213. But what a lot of people don't know is that Biggie also died in the 213 ritual, because he also died in the drive-by shooting. And from his daughter's birthday, who he mentioned a lot in his songs, from her birthday, which is August 8th, to March 9th, 1997, which I think is the day that this photograph was taken. This was his last photo before he died. From his daughter's birthday to his demise on March 9th, 1997, it's 213 days as well. I don't know if this is a coincidence, but notice the jacket he's wearing. He's wearing an Averex jacket. Happens to have the same gematria as murder. Maybe that's coincidental. Maybe not. Notice the brand is called Averex USA. Has the gematria of 39 as well. Maybe not a coincidence, but who knows? Doesn't really matter. There's enough here to know exactly what happened to Biggie. And there's enough here to point at who's really responsible. Notice his full name is Christopher George Latour Wallace. His full name is 153, like Jesuit order. And again, he died on March 9th on 3/9 when Biggie, Puff Daddy, the name Sean, as in Sean Combs, Sean Carter, they all have this value of 39, big number with New York, the New York rapper. And we mentioned how death is 97 and 25. He died in the year 97. When Notorious is 97, like Christopher Wallace. So is the song Hit 'Em Up. And then 97 is the 25th prime number. His mother's dead in the year 25. And those Rockefeller Records and Carter's all 97 as well. And yeah, he died on the 293rd day of his age. The 62nd prime number, when Sacrifice is 62, 73 days before his birthday. Sacrifice is 73 forward, 62 in reverse. You can also say he died 74 days before his birthday, when Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, all 74. All these terms equal 74. A lot of rappers died connected to this number, from Pac to Nipsey to Biggie, you name it. Speaking of Voletta Wallace, her son died 35 days after her birthday. She was born February 3rd. Today is actually 18 days after her birthday. BIG equals 18. But he died 35 days after his mother's birthday. Rap is 35. And she was born the 34th day of the year, right? Rapper's 34, murder's 34. And then this is funny because this was a huge number in both of their demises, Tupac and Biggie's. But what a lot of people didn't probably notice is that Biggie died 38 weeks after Tupac's birthday. Tupac was born June 16th. And from his birthday, to his last birthday on 1996, to the demise of Biggie Smalls is exactly 38 weeks. And we know rapper, death, murder, killing, R.I.P., they all have this value of 38. This number is the number in ritual sacrifices, 38. If I give you exact examples of how many celebrities died in connection to this number, I'll be here for 38 years. Trust me. This is the number right here. Pac, he died on the day with 38 numerology. So did Biggie Smalls. And notice Thug Life. I wrote Thug Life and Hit 'Em Up on both 38 terms. So I don't know how Ms. Wallace did not know who killed her son. Because this information, I put out this information 3 years ago. There's been other channels that put out this information even before that. And then notice this headline: The Notorious B.I.G. and 9/11 Radio Censorship, the Illuminati conspiracy theories, and everything in between. Yeah, this is the thing, right? So a lot of people say that Juicy was not synced up with 9/11. It wasn't predictive programming, that it was supposed to be talking about the first towers attack. That's not the case, because it wasn't until 2001 that the song Juicy, which came out in 8 years prior, it wasn't until 2001 that they decided to censor Biggie Smalls' lyrics. They could have censored it right as soon as it came out if it was referring to the first terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center. But it wasn't. It wasn't talking about the first attack. This was predictive programming for what was going to happen on 9/11/2001, the day that Jay-Z decided to put out his Blueprint album. So that's why he was taking all these photographs in front of the towers. That's why he put out a song called Warning. That's why the song, he opened it up talking about 546. So his daughter, right, Tiana Wallace, again, she was born August 8th, and I think I mentioned this already. He died 213 days after her birthday. Now, I don't know what this is right here. Oh, my God. She was 187 weeks old. Yeah, you see, that's what I mean. She was born in 1993, right? And her father died in 97. That means she was exactly 187 weeks old, which is the police code for murder, and which is the number associated with the Society of Jesus. So that's how old she was when her father died, 187 weeks. While her father's getting 187th in California. And the date numerology she was born is identical to the date numerology her father died. She was born on the day with 38 numerology. Her father dies on the day with 38 numerology. How convenient. In a drive-by shooting. And you know what's funny about the first World Trade Center bombing? Notice it happened on 226. Look whose name equals 226 in Gematria. Voletta Wallace. Voletta Wallace. The woman that died today at the age of 72. Keep in mind that Voletta alone equals 95. Like how the song Who Shot Ya came out 30 years ago in the year 95. A lot of people think that Juicy is referring to this World Trade Center bombing, but it's not. Yeah, speaking of 72, Diddy. Diddy's Los Angeles, Miami homes raided by federal agents on March 25th, 2024. That was the day with 72 numerology. This was last year. And that's funny. They raided his home on the anniversary of Life After Death, Biggie's second album that went diamond, where he has a song called Kick in the Door, which equals 142. Like how this whole happened 142 days after Sean Combs' birthday. Kick in the door. And for one more kicker, Biggie and Pac both died 177 days apart. DJ Waters 177. So is it a mystery who's behind the deaths of Biggie Smalls, Tupac, behind Diddy's arrest, behind Voletta Wallace's demise? No, it's not. I'm not sure why she died not knowing. And for her to die on the anniversary of the song where that she supposed to be connected to her son's demise, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And there's so much that I'm leaving out. It just, man. Let's see what I put up on, because I know Tupac's mother, she died at the age of 69. Another important number to the Jesuit order. But let's see what I dug up on Tupac. Tupac is the same thing. His mother died in the Jesuit ritual just like he did. Speaking of 25, Tupac was 25 years old when he passed away. And again, death is 97 and 25. You see, I had this screenshot up. What was this? 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now. 97 and 25. Look at it. Shot on 9-7 and dead at 25, when 97 is the 25th prime number. These numbers they run together all the time. So now Biggie's dead in the year 97, and his mother's dead in the year 25. When R.I.P. is also 25. Here it is, what I was saying earlier about him putting out his All Eyes on Me album on 2/13 and then dying 213 days later in a drive-by shooting, when drive-by shooting and death is both 2/13. And then him dying on dates with 38 numerology. And of course his name is also 139 like Freemasonry. He died on 13/9. Even though he got shot 6 days prior. They waited until September 13th to pronounce him dead. And notice he got shot 83 days. 83 days after his birthday. When Murder's 83. You guys all know about the song Murder by Numbers that came out in the year 83. From June 16th to September 7th, the day that he was shot, 83 days. It's just amazing. You guys should know about the YMW Merely case, right? His whole arrest is a big Jesuit ritual as well. What's funny is I remember this screenshot. I was watching the trial on TV, and I saw his lawyer cover her mouth with this book, which read "Evil Plans" and stuff. And just look at the gematria of that. 201 and 258, like Order of Illuminati, like capital punishment. They're saying that he might face the capital punishment if he's found guilty of murdering his two friends. But notice all the 201s, and his name is Jamel Demons. DJ World is 201. Isn't that amazing, man? Man. But yeah, the reason I said that his arrest was also synced up with Tupac, because he got arrested on 2/13 on the anniversary of the All Eyes on Me album. And he blamed his friend's death on a drive-by shooting. Stuff is all connected, man. Let's see what else I got on Tupac. Oh yeah, the guy who's supposed to be shot Tupac, Mr. Dwayne Davis. More false reporting, man. This is not the person behind the death of Tupac Shakur, or behind the shooting, or behind anything. This is just another puppet on strings. Yeah, they broke the news on September 29th when 929 is the 158th prime number associated with Tupac Shakur and Freemasonry. I had a lot more written down on Tupac. I think I must have deleted it. Um, Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mother. So she died on May 2nd. Today's the 52nd day of the year. So they both died on in connection to the number 52. I think today's the 67th day of the Pope's stage. But yeah, look, she died at the age of 69. This is what I remembered about her death. Her full name is Afeni Shakur Davis. Her full name is 69. She's supposed to be died at the age of 69. That's a big number because the Jesuit order is 69. So is Catholic Church. So is Illuminati by itself. Today's actually 42 days after her birthday. So they got Voletta Wallace dead 42 days after Afeni Shakur's birthday. She was born January 10th. She died actually 113 days after her own birthday, right? 113 days. The 30th prime number associated with slavery. Remember her? You know, she was a member of the Black Panther Party. I think Black Panther has the same gematria as Black History Month. I think it's 213 actually. Yeah, Black Panther is 213, like how Sun died 213 days. And Black Panther is also 69. Yeah, so look, they got the Black Panther dead at 69 when her full name is 69. So that's what happened to Afeni Shakur. Afeni Shakur went out by the number just like Voletta Wallace. 69 years old. Black Panther 69. Her full name is 69. Afeni Shakur Davis. And of course, that number is associated with the Illuminati and the Jesuit order. Black Panther is also 666. It was funny. 9-5 motherfuckers. I wonder if he keeps talking about 95 because that's his mother's name, Gematria. Voletta equals 95. She ended up dying on the anniversary of that song. Oh. Yeah, so what was her cause of death? Voletta Wallace, Afeni Shakur. Heart attack, huh? I think heart attack has Gematria 72. Yeah, heart attack is 72, like Jesuit order. It goes to 97 again. The 25th prime, that's 74, like Notorious B.I.G. Tupac Shakur is 74. Yeah. So look. Yeah. So the story continues, man. All these, and it's funny because Diddy's in prison right now supposedly. Now Biggie Smalls' mom's dead. Yeah, so all that rhetoric about 68 is because of she's dead on the deed with 68 numerology. Biggie is 521. Oh yeah, and then look at that. So from Biggie Smalls' birthday anniversary, which was May 21st, 2024, his last birthday, if he was still alive. Today happens to be the 277th day of his age, the 59th prime number. Negro, Rasta, Slave, Blues, all 59. Biggie would have been born in 72. It's 28 plus 25. He would have been in his 53, turning 53. He would have been 52 years old. Look at that. He would have been 52 and his mother died on the 52nd day of the year when Ready to Die is 52. He would have been turning 53. Thank you, Cassie Troy, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. His dad was a politician, which is wired. Which is wired. No one talks about it, and I can't find any info on him. His dad was a politician. You saying Biggie Smalls' dad was a politician? Yeah, you really think about it, we never really heard about Biggie Smalls' father at all. That's a good point. Yeah, because you ask yourself, why are these people chosen for these roles? George Latour. Hmm. Yeah, he was a politician. I appreciate that. Hmm. I never even thought about looking up his father. Look at that. So George Latour, Biggie's father. He was a welder and a politician. His name is also 226, just like Voletta Wallace's name. Like how the first World Trade Center bombing happened on 226. Yeah, that is super interesting. She was 78. I don't know. I don't know how you can confirm that when right here it says that she was born in 1953. So do the math. From 1953 to 2025, that's 72 years. Sometimes you got to do your math yourself. Don't just go by what the articles are saying. Because like, yeah, you read this headline, it's saying that she died at 78. But if you measure from the day that she was born, which is February 3rd, 1953, it's impossible for her to be 78 years old. So sometimes you have to do the math yourself. Well, unless she was born 47, 48. Yeah, so if she was born 1948, then yeah. Or 1947, that would be, right? I don't know where, I don't see not one website that reports that she was born 1947. Meanwhile, all these articles are reporting that she died at 78, which is wrong. Billboard is wrong. She was not 78 years old. Not sure why they're reporting that. There it is. Voletta Wallace, mother of the notorious B.I.G., dead at 72. What's going on, Joey? Evie Palmer, what's going on? According to TMZ, Wallace died on Friday morning, February 21st, in Strasburg, Pennsylvania, per Monroe County Coroner Thomas Yannick. At 72 years old, she was allegedly in hospice care and passed away due to natural causes. Born in Jamaica, Wallace moved to New York, where she raised the legendary rapper in the Brooklyn borough. She worked as an educator, teaching preschool, according to Heavy. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. In 2005, she released her memoir Biggie. Voletta Wallace remembers her son, Christopher Wallace, aka the Notorious B.I.G. In the book, she detailed their lives and the permanent changes caused by the violent murder of her son. And something tells me that her son never really got killed. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't see how she could be born and she could be 78 years old. So I think the ritual is perfect for her to be 72. Not sure why all these sites are saying 78. Doesn't make sense. Maybe there's a 78 in somebody's name that I'm not seeing. Sometimes they'll change the age of death just to. Oh, you know what's so funny about that song again? She died on the anniversary of Who Shot Ya. Notice Who Shot Ya equals 44, just like Voletta Wallace. Who Shot Ya is 44, like shooting, like kill, like execution. The name Voletta Wallace is 44. She's dead on the 30th anniversary of that song being released on February 21st, 1995. All right. All right, so I'll leave it there. If there's anything else I need to add on, I'll definitely come back and share it. But yeah, there shouldn't be any mystery what happened to Biggie, Tupac, Afeni Shakur, and now Voletta Wallace. And what's going on with Diddy right now with his with all these sexual sexual charges, sexual abuse, all these rape allegations. Yeah, some reports are saying 78, but that doesn't make sense because she was born 1953. So you saying the rapper Tyga, his mother just passed away on the same day as Voletta Wallace? Man, yeah. So Tyga's mom is dead the same day as Voletta Wallace. So he sacrifices his mom the same day as well. Look at that. So this is breaking news as well. How old was she? Well, actually, she died on January 18th, but he decided to post about it today. How convenient. 34 days after. Of course. Didn't we just spoke about that number? Murders 34, rappers 34. Tyga, his mother died January 18th, and now he's sharing it with the world 34 days later. Tyga has been sitting on some gut-wrenching news. His mother died last month, and his spirit has been unnerved in the wake of her absence. T-Raw posted a touching tribute on Friday to his mom, Pashane Nigunye, who passed away on January 18th. She was 53, that means she died on her 54th year of life. Look at that. She was born 9/11/71, died on 1/18/25. Yeah, she died 250 on the 257th day. No, excuse me, that's wrong. She died on the 130th day of her age. Human sacrifice is 130. And she died on the kill date, last month's kill date, which was January 18th. That was the kill date for the month. So good job, Tyga, sacrificing your mom on the kill date. Tyga's announcement coincides with the story TMZ broke earlier today about the Notorious B.I.G.'s mother, Voletta Wallace's death, but it's unclear if today's sad news encouraged the Taste rapper to come forward. Okay, so I see what they did. Why today though? Let's see. Oh, I see why. I see why. This is what I mean about these people, man. These people are fucking crazy stuff, man. So today's 163 days after the death, after her birthday, and that's the 38th prime number. Death, murder, killing, RIP, all 38, just like rapper. So that's why he's announcing her death today, the same day as Voletta Wallace's death news. But she actually died on the 130th day of her age, and human sacrifice is 130. As for Tyga, he was born 11/19. And today's 94 days after his birthday, but his mother died 60 days after his birthday. But she died on the kill date last month on the 130th day of her age. This is the guy who had the music video about Kobe Bryant. And it took place around helicopter, around black, I forgot what it was, but it was these models dressed in black paint. The song was called Kobe Bryant, something like that. There it is. There it is. There it is. His mother died at 53, you guys. Tyga, 53. Tyga's mom dead at 53. Here it is. Tyga's mom dead at 53. The name Tyga's 53. Today's 163 days after her birthday, the 38th prime number. But she died on the 130th day of her age on January 18th, when death is 118 and human sacrifice is 130. So yeah, sacrifice your mom. Way to go, buddy. I don't know why the media is changing her age of death to 70 to 78. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Yeah, the word mother is 34 as well. Good one. Yeah, 53 concurrent viewers as we talking about Tiger's mom. That's funny. Yeah, Tiger's 53. Yeah. Yeah, but let me see if I can look up that music video with Kobe. Oh, it was called Young Kobe. And in the music video, you see the models are all covered in black, like how people usually look after they're being burnt. And there's a helicopter in the music video. And this song came out before Kobe died in a helicopter crash. Young Kobe. It came out 2014, 6 years before he crashed in a helicopter crash. I think Young Kobe had the same gematria as maybe it was something else. It was something about that song that had a connection to 41. Yeah, that's interesting. You said that Biggie Smalls had a photograph. Yeah, not only that, he was also born in the year 72. So yeah, I remember, and that was see that's what I'm saying. That was in that song Juicy, right? He was wearing this yellow bad boy jersey with the number 72 in the back, like the year that he was born. And then yeah, his mother ends up dying at that age. That's why it's hard for me to believe that his mother was actually 78. I think they just trying to throw people off. Yeah, the 72 jersey that he had on in the song Juicy. Mm. Who shot you? Separate the weak from the opt. Yeah, but I'll leave it there. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Please hit the like, share the video, share the information. And yeah, rest in peace to all these fallen soldiers, from Tiger's mom to Voletta Wallace. Unbelievable, man. Sacrificed his mother, man, at the age of 53. Young woman. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching.